All right, this is the spinal cord model. This would be if you took a spinal cord and you cut it and you were looking down on it. Now, the first thing that I want to note are the meninges. The meninges are outer connective tissue that protect your spinal cord. The first meninge that would attach to your spinal cord is called pia mater, which means delicate mother. This gray that you see looks like spider webs, so it's called the arachnoid mater. And then this outer blue is actually going to be called the dura mater, which means tough mother. Now, this right here would be the subarachnoid space because it's by the arachnoid mater. And then coming off of your pia mater is called the denticulate ligaments on either side. Now, this is going to prevent your spinal cord from shifting. The denticulate ligaments are literally just an anchor. Now, outside of your spinal cord is your spinal nerves. Spinal nerves are part of the peripheral nervous system, so I will cover that later. I want to go back to the spinal cord. We learned in lecture that the spinal cord has gray matter and white matter. Anytime you say gray matter, we're talking about the neuron cell bodies and dendrites that are lacking myelin. So all of this butterfly section is called your gray matter, but we do call these horns. Now, before you begin learning your spinal cord, the first thing that you need to understand is a fissure. And then right here, you can't see it very well, but there's a line right here, which we call a sulcus. It's a shallow depression. A fissure is a deep one. This is how you divide your front from your back. This fissure is called the anterior median fissure. So you know anything on this side is anterior. And then this line right here is called the posterior median sulcus, which helps you know anterior from posterior. So when we talk about your gray matter, since this is the posterior median sulcus, this is called your posterior gray horn. This is the anterior median fissure, so this is called your anterior gray horn. And this right here is called your lateral gray horn. It's the same on both sides. Posterior gray horn, lateral gray horn, anterior gray horn. Now, our spinal cord communicates through this bridge. The bridge that's above the circle is called the gray commissure. Think communicates, commissure. This hole right here is called the central canal, which is found in the very center of the butterfly. Okay, gray matter, posterior gray horn, lateral gray horn, anterior gray horn, gray commissure, central canal. Your white matter is out here. Now, we're not going to do any of the tracks, which you see are color-coded. We're just going to talk about the white matter. So back here, this is your white matter. So this is your axons that are myelinated. This is called your posterior white column. Out here is called your lateral white column on either side. And here is called your anterior white column. So you have gray matter and white matter. Gray matter are called horns. White matter are called columns.